Namibians travelling to the United Kingdom will now be required to apply for a visa. This is part of new visa rules imposed by the government of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, which argues that there's been an abuse of the system. For more on this story, we talk to Namibian entrepreneur Lazarus Jacobs, who joins us from the capital, Windhoek. Lazarus, appreciate your time this evening. Talk to us about the reaction that Namibians have had to this sudden ban, or certainly application of visas by the UK government.
Thank you very much, Hugo. Thank you for having me. Well, the reaction has been one of, as I expected, of outrage. It was sudden, both for Namibians and I think some people from the UK as well who have connections and links in the country. The initial reaction was maybe the UK government should have given the Namibian government opportunity, giving us some warnings that this was coming, but it just came as a sudden shock to all of us. As you know, Namibia is a member of the Commonwealth, which was created by the United Kingdom, and since independence, which is almost 33 years now, we've been traveling visa-free to the United Kingdom. So it was one of shock and disbelief.
Well, according to the British High Commission and statements that we've received, it's mentioned that there's been an increase or a sudden surge in the number of asylum seekers to the United Kingdom, and this is the reason for it, almost suggesting an abuse of that privilege.
Well, one would have thought that a government is like the United Kingdom has got sophisticated systems to be able to curb some of the so-called abuse that they are talking about. But something must be put into context here as well. The current government of Rishi Sunak, they campaigned on under the theme that they are going to stop the boat. So, as you know, immigration is it's a hot potato in Europe right now, and as well as the United Kingdom. So, from a geopolitical perspective, it's not surprising because Sunak is known for being. He even said that he's going to lower immigration to the United Kingdom. So, from that perspective, it wasn't a surprise. But if you're talking about abuse, like I said, shouldn't they have systems in place to make sure that people who are traveling to the United Kingdom and so on are properly vetted, even if you are getting your visa upon arrival. But the issue here,
Lazarus,
in the room here,
I'd like to imagine that when they put visas in place, it speaks exactly to that it is a vetting process. They don't wait for you to get to the United Kingdom. They stop you literally dead in your tracks before you leave Namibia by either denying you or allowing your visa. But it also raised the questions, why are so many Namibians leaving Namibia to seek asylum in the United Kingdom?
Well, that has been. Let me just deal with the first issue that you mentioned about why they are putting systems in place to stop people dead in their tracks, like you put it. That is correct. It is their prerogative. It's their country. They can do that. But the correct reasons must be advanced. We should not use reasons like they are abusing the system. Remember, traveling is both sides. There are British people who come to Namibia, and there are Namibians who go to the United Kingdom. So let's deal with the second issue. The second issue is, like you said, why is there like an increase of people? I think with the last statistics, they were talking about 337%. It has increased by 337% since independence, or since 1990, when Namibia became independent. There are a lot of reasons. It's true. It would be dishonest to say there are no Namibians who are not taking advantage of it. So, there's a group of people who believe that they need to go to countries like the United Kingdom for greener pastures, and there are some people who are seeking asylum under false pretense because they want to go and work in the United Kingdom and so on. I would have thought that if you want to deal with the people who are abusing the system of asylum, if somebody is going to seek asylum, that's the people you need to vet properly. But if I want to go and visit the United Kingdom for a week or a month or so, why should I then be required to do a visa? Why don't we then focus on the people who are seeking asylum if that's the issue?
But I suppose the argument would be that if you're not seeking asylum and you're legitimately going to the United Kingdom, then it shouldn't be a problem. outside of potentially having to pay visa fees, right? But let's come back to the reaction by the Namibian government. How has the Namibian government itself reacted to this?
Well, the official statement from our Ministry of International Relations is that they have set up a committee to investigate the sudden announcement by the UK government, and I'm sure they will then approach the UK government and say what measures can be put in place or whatever they're going to come up with. But the official government statement is we have set up a committee and we're going to talk to the UK government. So
let's talk about relations between Windhoek and London. Where do those stand currently? Will they be impacted by this?
Well, I mean, that's for politicians to answer, but from a Namibian point of view, there are two issues that we need to address here. One is trade. I mean, Namibia, the trade between the United Kingdom and Namibia has increased in the past 2 years. I think our trade balance stands at about 167 million pounds, which is about a 24% increase since for the past 2 years. Now, obviously, as a Namibian who's going to do business in the United Kingdom, I have to do applications for visas and so on. However, a gentleman who's coming from Britain or from London who's coming to Windhoek does not require that. So where do we reciprocate this whole issue? That's one. The second thing is also, we have enjoyed good bilateral relations between London and Windhoek, and I really hope this matter will be resolved as soon as possible so that common sense prevail.
Lazarus Jacobs, appreciate your time this evening. Namibian entrepreneur speaking to us around the issues where the UK government has suddenly requested that all Namibians travelling to the United Kingdom should apply for visas, bar a month grace period.